Cracking the Code, 3rd edition. We're in Part 2, Section 7, Information Request Instructions. 1. Introduction. A. Information Request. The information request is a UCC name search utility that is used for obtaining from the Secretary of State's office a record that documents all filings by file number against a particular debtor by and all creditors, and also for retrieving certified copies of certain filings. For our purposes, the latter constitutes the more typical use. It is not an accident that the legal definition of information is, quote, an accusation exhibited against a person for a criminal offense without an indictment. An accusation in the nature of an indictment, from which it differs only in being presented by a competent public officer on his oath of office, instead of a grand jury on their oath. Black's Law Dictionary, 1st edition, 1891. The legal masters of the world look upon all outsiders as debtors, that is to say, criminals and slaves, and this choice of terms for named debtors is apropos of this philosophy. B. The form. To file an information request, you will need form by the same name, former UCC-11R. As described in Section 6, Vital General Instructions for all UCC filings, forms may generally be obtained via the Internet from registry at most stationery stores, and over the counter, and generally by fax from your state's UCC section of the Office of the Secretary of State. 2. Completing the information request. A. Familiarization. Please look over the form and read the official instructions for the information request, found immediately following these instructions, and then return to this point. B. Filling out the information request form. 1. Filing offices prefer 12-point Arial Helvetica font, so use this font size and type whenever possible. Anything smaller than 10-point font will be rejected, and sometimes even 10-point. 2. Box A is optional. It is recommended that you leave this blank. 3. Box B contains the desired return mailing location for the requesting party. Enter any name and any mailing location you desire for return of the requested data. 4. In box 1B, fill in the last, first, and middle name of your straw man where indicated in all capital letters. 5. In box 2A, check certified and all if you are seeking a certified copy of a list of all the financing statements filed against your named debtor, your trade name. You will need to determine the cost of the service at the UCC filing office where the request is being submitted. Phone number, email address, and website for all American and Canadian filing offices can be found in appendix under UCC filing offices and UCC filing offices in Canada. 6. Box 2B gives you the choice of obtaining a certified copy of all filings and all unlapsed or current filings. The need for using Box 2B should never arise, that is to say for the redemptor's needs, because it is recommended that a certified copy of each filing be obtained as each filing is submitted. 7. Box 2C is for obtaining a certified copy of a particular filing already filed in the filing office, and this will be the primary use of the information request if certified copies of a filing cannot be obtained otherwise. Rather than just a certified record listing all financing statements filed against the trade name, Box 2C allows you to obtain a certified copy of a specific filing, which is a very useful document when dealing with credit lenders demanding payment. In some instances, this will be the only way that a certified copy of a filing can be secured. UCC filing offices have had a general change in policy and have cut back in offering a certified copy at the time of filing. This service is discretionary at most filing offices, so if you treat them right and make a friend of someone, you may get what you want, especially if you do your filing in person. If the UCC filing office does not offer a certified copy of UCC financing statements and UCC financing statement amendments at the time of filing, you will need to complete the filing of the financing statement amendment first. Obtain the filing number of your filing and then send in an information request requesting a certified copy of that particular filing by filing in the data in box 2C. Type of record and additional identifying information will always be either of the UCC financing statement, the former UCC-1, and the UCC financing statement amendment, the former UCC-3. 8. Box 3 will not be needed. 9. Box 4 contains your specific instructions for return of the information requested if other than first-class mail. You have many options, including pickup at the counter, courier service, using your account with the courier, etc. Please read the instructions in the lower portion of box 4. Make your choices and fill in your instructions if you wish to receive the requested information faster than via first-class mail. Instructions for National Information Requests. Form UCC 11. Please type or laser print this form. Be sure it is completely legible. Read all instructions. Follow instructions completely. Fill in form very carefully. Mistakes may have important legal consequences. If you have questions, consult your attorney. Filing office cannot give legal advice. Do not insert anything in the open space in the upper portion of this form. It is reserved for filing office use. When properly completed, send form parts 1 and 2 labeled Filing Office Copy 1 and 2 with required fee to Filing Office. Always detach requester copy. Filing Office may offer additional information options. Contact Filing Office for use form specifically designed by Filing Office to obtain additional information options. A. To assist filing officers that might wish to communicate with requester may provide information in item A. This item is optional. B. Enter name and address on requester in item B. This item is not optional. 1. Debtor name. Enter only one debtor name in item 1. An organization's name, 1A, or an individual's name, 1B. Enter debtor's exact full legal name. Do not abbreviate. 1A. Organization debtor. Organization means an entity having a legal identity separate from its owner. A partnership is an organization. A sole proprietorship is not an organization. Even if it does business under a trade name, if debtor is a partnership, enter exact full legal name of partnership. You need not enter names of partners additional debtors. If debtor is a registered organization, for example, corporation, limited partnership, limited liability company, it is advisable to examine debtor's current filed charter documents to determine debtor's correct name, organization type, and jurisdiction of organization. 1B. Individual debtor. Individual means a natural person. This includes a sole proprietorship. whether or not operating under a trade name. Do not use prefixes Mr., Mrs., Ms. Use suffix box only for titles of lineage, junior, senior, the third, etc., and not for other suffixes or titles, for example, MD or PhD. Use married woman's personal name, Mary Smith, not Mrs. John Smith. Enter individual debtor's family's name, surname in last name box. First given name in first name box, and all additional given names in middle name box. For both organization and individual debtors, do not use debtor's trade name, DBA, AKA, FKA, division name, etc., in place or combined with debtor's legal name. You may add such other names as additional debtors if you wish, but this is neither required nor recommended. 2. Information options relating to UCC filings and other notices on file in the filing office that include as a debtor name the name identified in Item 1. Please note that it is permissible to select an option in 2A and also check an option in 2B. Check the certified optional box appropriately in Item 2A, 2B, or 2C. 2A. Check appropriate box in Item 2A, the box All if you are requesting a search of all active records, including lapsed filings, or box Unlapsed if you are requesting a search of only active records that have not lapsed. 2B. Check appropriate box in Item 2B to request copies of records appearing in the search response, the box All if you are requesting copies of all active records, including lapsed filings, or box Unlapsed if you are requesting copies of only active records that have not lapsed. 2C. Complete Item 2C if you are ordering copies of specific records by record number. 3. Some filing offices offer service options in addition to those offered in Item 2. These may be shown on the face of this form or may otherwise be publicized by the particular filing office. Caution: if any of these additional service options introduces a search criterion that is, for example, limiting search to named debtor at an address in a specified city and state, that narrows the scope of the search, this may result in an incomplete search that fails to list all filings against the named debtor, and you may fail to learn information that might be of value to you. 4. Delivery instructions. Unless otherwise instructed, filing office will mail information to the name and address in Item B. If information will be picked up from the filing office, check the pickup box. Contact filing office concerning availability of other delivery options. For other than mail or pickup, check the other box and specify the other delivery method that you are requesting. If requesting delivery service, provide delivery service's name and requester's account number to bill for delivery charge. Filing office will not deliver by delivery service unless prepaid waybill or account number for billing is provided. And here's the form. So under last name, as your last name, so mine would be L. First name Walter, middle Bar. Looks like we can skip 2A, skip 2B. Under certified, We have the record number here. Date record filed, if required. Type of record and additional identifying information, if required. UCC financing statement. 3 additional services. Delivery instructions. Other. Please return information request in enclosed, self-addressed, prepaid FedEx envelope. Okay. It's my UCC 11. Okay, and that is it for section 8. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for listening.